The third one I want to tell you about is setting boundaries. What are boundaries? Limits. How do you set limits for people? This is the best model I've found for setting limits. Here's what I can do, and these are the things I'm not able to do for you. Start out with what you can do and then what you can't do. I can answer that call, for a nurse example. I can answer that call light if you press it twice an hour. I can't answer that call light if you press it 6 times an hour. Let's talk about how much it's reasonable for you to press that call light, and maybe I'll agree to round on you every hour. I can get you that report tomorrow. I can't get you that report within the next hour. Let's talk about how much reasonable advance notice I need to get that report. Start out with the positive and then the negative. Here's what I can do, here's what I can't do. Setting healthy boundaries with people. And we don't always do that well. And families that come in to see us, they don't always have good boundaries. Your best friend when setting boundaries can be consistency in setting those boundaries. Now, what if you go into a patient's room and you say, is there anything else I can do for you? And they say, well, sure, you could go outside and wash my car. How could you answer that using this model? You know one of the things you could say? You could say, I'll tell you what, I can go get you the phone book. There's a car wash up in 5th Avenue because I can't leave the unit to wash your car. Here's what I can do. Here's what I can't do. Now, sometimes clinicians, when they ask something like that, they'll get all upset. Wash your car. How dare you? How dare you ask me to? I've got patients to take care of. I've got all kinds of things. See, that's more about you. Who's getting upset there? You? I constantly have to remind myself, Richard, wait a minute. You're talking to somebody who's been laying in a bed, probably hasn't gotten sleep, worried about their future, upsetting their family, and maybe on medications to alter the way they think. And you think that person is only going to ask you things that fall within boundaries? Normal people don't ask you things that always found in boundaries. Why would a person in that situation only ask you things that fall within boundaries? That's about me. I constantly have to remind myself that. If I'm thinking they're going to only ask me things within boundaries, who's the person with the screwed up thinking there? It's going to happen. They're constantly going to ask things that fall outside of boundaries. It's just an easy method to say, here's what I can do, and here's the things I'm not able to do.